morning to all. And today's topic is chemistry of D block elements. Chemistry of D block elements and coordination compounds. Coordination compounds. So, first of all, what are the D block elements? Then how they are related with the coordination compounds. In this regard, we are going to discuss a brief discussion of D block elements and coordination compounds and different types of theory to form coordination compounds like VBT, valency bond theory, and inner orbital complex, then outer orbital complex. After the formation of complexes, now we are going to discuss their stability according to EAM principle. Everything we are going to discuss in this D block elements and coordination compounds. Before going to that, first of all, what are the D block elements? The question is here, what are the D block elements? Who are called as D block elements? Especially, what are the D block elements? So the definition for D block elements, the elements in which differentiating electron or lost electron, the elements in which differentiating electron or lost electron enter into which orbital, especially the elements in which differentiating electron or lost electron enter into d orbital. According to Mendeleev's classification, the elements in which the differentiating electron, that is also called as last electron, enter into d orbital are known as D block elements. So in the long form of periodic table, as you know in earlier classes, this is the long form of periodic table given by Mendeleev classification. According to this Mendeleev classification, we have four different blocks. They are S block, then P block, then D block, and now these rows are called as F block. Okay. Now here S block elements, D block elements, P block elements, and F block elements. The entire periodic table consisting of 18 groups and 7 periods. Now these 18 groups and 7 periods again classified into 4 main blocks. They are S block, P block, D block, and F block. That is based on the differentiating electron enter into which orbital. If the differentiating electron enter into S orbital, those are called as S block. They are 1A and 2A groups. If the differentiating electron enter into P orbital, those are called as P block elements. They are 3rd A to 7th A and 0 group elements. In case if the differentiating electron enter into D orbital, now they are called as D block elements. Means in D orbital the maximum number of electrons occupied 10 electrons. Therefore, under D block 10 groups are placed. They are 3rd B to 7th B, and 8th B we have 3 subgroups. 8th B we have subgroups, and 1st B, then 2nd B. Total 10 groups are placed under D block. Why? Because D block mainly occupies 10 electrons. Therefore, 10 electrons by occupants of 10 electrons, D block consisting of 10 groups. They are 3rd B to 7th B, and 8th B we have 2 subparts. That means 1, 2, 3 subparts. 3rd B, 4th B, 5th B, 6th B, 7th B. Again 8th B we have 3, then 1st B and 2nd B. Totally how many groups? Totally 10 groups are placed under D block. Now the elements of D block here, if you go for briefly discussion for D block, that consisting of 3D series and 4D series, 5D series and 6D series. Now if you take the example for 3D series, I am taking the 3D series, that is scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, ferrous, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. Now here scandium atomic number 21, 22, 23, 24 for chromium, manganese 25, iron 26, cobalt 27, nickel 28, copper 29, zinc 30. Now this is entirely known as 3D series. Why? Because in all these elements, when you observe the electronic configuration, the last electron enter into 3D orbital. Therefore, these are called as 3D series. For example, the general electronic configuration of d block elements is n-1 d 1 to 10 ns2. This is the general electronic configuration of d block elements. While we are going to study the different properties like electronic configuration, oxidation states, and color property, and magnetic properties, as well the complexation properties of d block elements, the major role that is electronic configuration and number of unpaired electrons in the given 3D series or 4D series and 5D series. So I am going to discuss here again general electronic properties of general electronic configuration of 3D series. So I am taking here first property, atomic number for 3D series. Okay, atomic numbers and electronic configuration. Atomic number and electronic configuration. So I am taking here 3D series: scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, ferrous, cobalt, nickel, copper, then zinc. This is element. See here serial number, then element, then this is element, then here atomic number, then after electronic configuration. See, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 serial numbers. Now scandium atomic number is 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, nickel 28, copper 29, then zinc 30. So by seeing electronic configuration, this is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, then 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d1. Now this is the outermost electronic configuration. That means the last electron enter into d orbital, 3d orbital. That is why it is known as 3d series, and it belongs to 3d series. Now this element scandium, by observing the electronic configuration, the last electron enter into d orbital. Therefore, it is known as d block element. Again, in d block element, this is again belongs to 3d series. So by taking off this particular electronic configuration, the last electron enter into d orbital. Therefore, it is d block element. It is d block element. Then again in d block, the last electron enter into 3d orbital. Therefore, it is 3d series. Now that is a scandium. Now titanium, if you take 4s2, 3d2. For vanadium, that is 23, 4s2, 3d, 3. For chromium, if you take chromium, this observes this getting abnormal electronic configuration, that is 4s1, 3d, 5. Actually, the electronic configuration should be chromium 4s2, 3d, 4. But due to getting of half-filled electronic configuration of 3d series, it will convert 3d 4s1 and 3d 5. By getting of half-filled configuration, it is in stable format. Then after manganese, that is 25, 4s2, 3d5 as usual. Then iron, Fe, 4s2, 3d6. For cobalt, 4s2, 3d7. For nickel, 4s2, 3d8. For copper, it should be 4s2, 3d9, but it has abnormal configuration 4s1, 3d10. Why? Because by getting of one electron from S to D, it will get fulfilled configuration. Again, it will be more stable. Followed by zinc. Zinc having atomic number 30, that is 4s2 3d10 as usual general electronic configuration. So all these elements, if you observe the general electronic configuration, that is n minus 1 d 1 to 10, almost from scandium to zinc the electrons are entering d1 d2 d3 up to d10. That means n minus 1 d1 to 10, then ns2 is the general electronic configuration. Now this is the general electronic configuration of 3D series.